It's also our Wellness Wednesday. Now, many people, they might think that pelvic floor issues, they're just a normal part of life, but that's not always the case. Joining us today, we have Veronica Lane from Well Body PT2, a unique practice that combines physical therapy and personal training. Thank you so much, Veronica.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Well, what I love about this conversation is really just normalizing the pelvic floor therapy, right?
Yes.
So a lot of people think that this is only happening if it's after a pregnancy.
Correct, absolutely. And after pregnancy, during a pregnancy, or as women age, that's what people think. But the fact is, anyone can have pelvic floor dysfunction.
Yeah.
And it can happen at any age. Young girls, young boys, any age. So yeah, that's a very common misconception.
A misconception. It does not discriminate. And what I love about this too is you actually help people work through some of these problems that they might be experiencing. And a lot of times we just think, oh, I need to be stronger. I need to get stronger. And part of your practice is saying, well, it's actually case by case.
Correct. Everybody is different. And yes, sometimes even CrossFitters, weightlifters, runners, they can have pelvic floor dysfunction. They can have leaking of urine. They can have pain or pressure. It's not just about being strong, but also being able to relax and coordinate these muscles.
Yeah, it's fascinating to me. And I know too, another myth that we have here, people say, well, okay, strong, just do Kegels.
That one. That drives me crazy. Sometimes Kegels can make it worse.
Yeah.
Sometimes Kegels can make it worse because if your muscles are already tight, they're not going to be able to relax and coordinate so that they can do their job.
Right. So part of what you do, and we're seeing some video here, you have a new space that's open, a new gym and PT in one. How cool is that? Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I needed to make the perfect space because it's not just about being on the table for pelvic floor therapy. It's not just about your pelvis and your pelvic floor. The entire body is connected.
Yeah.
The stronger we are, the more support we can give when we're using these things correctly. Like I said before, it's not just about being strong, but being coordinated, knowing how to breathe. That's so huge.
Yes.
And when do people breathe incorrectly? When they're lifting weights, when they're out in the gym, when they're jumping, they clench, they hold their breath.
Yeah.
So much can be helped by learning how to breathe while you're doing activities.
Right. Well, I love that you're saying that because we're looking here. You actually have a pelvis here, of course. But what's interesting is that people might look at this and think you're going to tell us to be strong, but you're really just saying the breathing.
Oh, the breathing. Breathing,
it's
huge. And then what I like to tell people is make it as basic as we can.
Yeah.
Exhale with exertion. That will help so much. If you exhale, blow out with the hardest part of the exercise, your pelvic floor, your diaphragm are going to work together and help so much more so that you don't have so many issues, so many of the symptoms.
Right. Well, and it really just shows why you've created this one-stop shop for health. So thank you so much, Veronica, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's very exciting. They have a big grand opening coming up. You do not want to miss it. It's going to be on April 7th. They're located in Manchester. You can learn more wellbodypt2.com. Again, Veronica, she's a wealth of information. This was just scratching the surface, so there's plenty more to learn from her. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.